Alrighty, guys, I hope everyone is having a great day today. In this video, I actually want to talk about something that I've kind of mentioned before in one of my previous videos about resurfacing energies. Now, I must say that when working with Moldavite, this is something that you are just going to expect, right? You're going to be working with Moldavite. This tech type brings up old emotions and old energies that need to be released. And I'm personally, and I want to share this with you guys because I want to be as authentic as possible, is that even right now as I'm speaking to you guys, I am going through my own personal release, right? And I really notice this because every time I'm around the Moldavite, I feel it. And, even right now when I just walked across the room to pick up my phone to record this, I literally felt the energy start to go away. But then when I came back, I start to feel them resurface up again. And I really wanted to share this with you guys because this is something that, we as people who work with Moldavite, who want to keep moving forward, who want to release old energies, this is something that we have to do, okay? And I really want to stress this out is that it's going to happen when working with Moldavite, and not everyone's going to, maybe appreciate it or want to go through that. And just realize that it is a part of the process. I've read online that most people stop wearing Moldavite because it does bring up old emotions. It does bring up, resurfacing energies that need to be released, that need to be cleansed. And most people don't want to go through that, right? Most people just want to run away and not really deal with these emotions or bury them up again. And in this video, I also want to share, a couple of ways that I'm even using right now to get through this cleansing, so to speak, to help me move through, to help me let go, to help me move on, help me become lighter in my spirit. It's basically, guys, just letting it flow, right? Letting the emotions flow out of me. I'm obviously in a safe environment. And even yesterday when I was in class, I just let it flow. I just let it flow. I'm not, becoming a part of those emotions again. I'm just letting it flow out of my system, if that makes sense. I'm not overthinking it. I'm not overanalyzing it. I'm just becoming aware of what's coming up, and just letting it flow, letting it leave my body. And I've also found that writing about my situations or my experiences on paper, typing them up or, talking about them to myself or talking about it with God, anything like that is really helpful as well. For me personally, writing and typing the experience out has helped a lot as well, because as you're doing that and you start free flow writing, you can also start to discover and uncover new ways and new opportunities of why something happened, of a higher and better way of looking at it, because you are working with Moldavite, right? And it's something that I have noticed with Moldavite is that it gives you a higher perspective of looking at things. Instead of looking at a situation, from years ago that may have traumatized you or anything like that, it can actually really work for your good. And depending on how you need to look at it, Moldavite will help you see it that way. And, for me personally, I'm dealing with like a relationship that I went through many, many years ago. And, at the time I thought, it caused me a lot of heartache. It caused me a lot of, pain inside my soul. But at the end of the day, it was probably one of the greatest experiences that I ever went through. It was something that I needed to learn. It was something that I needed to experience. And, not the whole relationship wasn't all that bad. Like, there were really good parts about it and good parts that I needed to experience. And so, working with Moldavite and letting it kind of transform my mindset again to see it from a different perspective, see it in a new way, is really empowering, but you have to be willing to go through the process because not everyone's willing to go through it. I was talking to a young man yesterday, and we started talking about life. We started talking about, purpose and things of that nature. And I realized as I was speaking to him, because he was like, well, I want to know what my purpose is and like all these other questions. And I was like, well, you know what? Not a lot of people actually take the time to find that out. And it's true. Like, not a lot of people think or take the time to really discover what their purpose is in life and things of that nature. And it's like the same with Moldavite. Not a lot of people take the time to really just sit down and deal with things, in their past because, of what might come up, of, anger or, just sadness or depression, emotions that may arise that might make them feel uncomfortable. But we must realize that when we learn to deal with these emotions, when we learn to push forward through these emotions and release them in a positive way, so many new things can come into our lives, right? There's so many new things that can happen. There's so many revelations we can have. There's so much room for growth and progression. And I really want to stress this out to people because, I believe that everyone watching these videos wants to keep moving forward, that wants to keep pressing, towards their God-given, purpose. And, I believe that everyone who watches these videos are not afraid to move forward. And I really wanted to share this with you guys because being, warriors, the warriors that we keep pressing forward, just realize that, we just have to have compassion and understanding with people who don't want to do that, but also to realize that we have an obligation now. We have a duty to keep pressing forward, to not only uncover, but to complete our mission in this world. And so I really want to encourage everyone who is working with Moldavite that, this will happen. Old memories will surface, but just realize that you have to work through it. Even if it's painful, even if at times it may seem uncomfortable, just realize that it's something that we have to do. It's part of the quest, it's part of the journey, it's part of the adventure, and ultimately it's for our good and for the good of others. And so I really wanted to share this with you guys. I'm personally going through it. I know maybe some of you are going through it right now as well, or will go through it pretty soon, or will come out of it, pretty soon as well. Just realize that it's like a roller coaster ride. We have to enjoy it when it's up, when it's down, when it's just steady. Working with Moldavite can be not challenging. Working with Moldavite can be exciting, if you want to look at it that way. It can be exciting. You just have to learn how to, surf the waves when you start to experience a wave from your past, and just learn how to surf, So I really wanted to share this video with you guys because I believe that it's something that needs to be addressed probably continuously, since it's something that we do have to deal with when working with Moldavite. But just realize that, if others can get through it, we all can get through it as well. So I really wanted to share this with you guys, and I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're going through releasings as well as myself, just hang on for the ride, guys. We will get through this, and I send you guys lots of love, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.